It is 1,107 miles from Clearwater to Philadelphia. Joe Blanton certainly looks ready to make the trip to me. But will he get to do so? That question remains in 2012. Welcome back to the final segment of Phillies Focus. I'm here with Phillies insider, Jim Salisbury. Jim, there's been a lot of talk of Joe Blanton being traded. What have you heard on that end?
Well, his name is continually in trade rumors, and I do believe that the Phillies would make him available in the right deal, and not because they don't like him. They like him a lot. He's a heck of a competitor, helped them win a World Series, but he makes $8.5 million this year, and I think, you know, with some of the pitching depth they have behind him, they feel that if they could move that $8.5 million, they may have more flexibility to make a trade in July. That said, Joe really wasn't healthy last year, only 41 innings, so what he does this spring will determine if other teams are really interested. I'm sure that scouts section will be packed with, you know, scouts taking a look at him, and then possibly he could be available at the end of spring. They might have to eat some money, not sure. They may decide that he's throwing the ball so well that they want him to stay here. So I think, you know, we're going to see what happens down the road.
Yeah, I think Joe could be a big cog in this machine just for the fact that what I saw today from him out of that bullpen session, you know, Doobie was out there, Ruben was out there, and they had to be pleased with what they saw. I mean, he threw the heck out of the ball, and I told him that. I said, you know what, Joe, I'm not blowing smoke up your butt, but you really threw the heck out of the ball. So, you know, that was very nice to see. With regards to Rich Doobie, who do you think, I know he loves Joe Blanton's competitiveness, how do you think Joe will measure out against Vance Worley and Kyle Kendrick?
Well, that's a great question. I think a guy like Rich Doobie values track record, values experience, and Joe Blanton obviously has a much more extensive big league track record of success than Worley, than Kendrick. But I think one of the reasons that they would at least listen on trades for Joe Blanton is that they believe Kyle Kendrick's really improved. They believe Vance Worley is a big league pitcher, but those guys do not have the track record of a Joe Blanton right now, and I think the organization has a lot of trust in Joe if he's healthy. So, you know, toward the end of spring training, I think they could have some decisions. I'm not sure if he's going to be here, but I think there's probably a pretty good chance.
Well, Jim, thank you very much. Thank you to Schuylkill Valley Sports and the Phillies, and also to Joe Blanton for giving us his time. Before we go, we'll take a look at some of my outtakes from my first time as being host. We are here at Bright House Network. Oh, shoot. Today we're going to talk, oh, not today, sorry. Am I getting paid for overtime?
Yes.
Joe also likes to slow, bleh. What have you heard with bleh? No laughing, Casey. What happens in Clearwater?
Hola, bienvenido al Bright House Field. La casa de los Phillies de Philadelphia.
Obviously, he holds the most saves. There's a lot involved in the catching gear, that what it takes to be a Major League. Jesus. Joe also I was like, I already said that, dumbass. Can't chew gum and walk at the same time either. Welcome back to the final segment of Phillies Insider. I'm here with Phillies
Phillies Insider. That's tremendous.